Hey everybody, GravyTrain here with another episode of GravyTraining. So, when I first started the game, people were talking about farming heroes and stuff like that, and I didn't quite get it. But eventually, thanks to lots and lots of research and listening to people and advice, specifically from Dragon Paws, um, but other people as well, I was able to get to a point where I have an extremely good farmer hero for farming and leveling up my heroes. So whether it's leveling up to get points for the event or whether it is leveling up, um, I really don't know why my mouse keeps doing this garbage, um, but yeah, I don't know. Basically, it's a hero that I use to level up all my other heroes, whether it's for food or for to ascend them in the ranks and stuff like that, or to increase their ranks, that kind of stuff. So I use Queen Eva. Yes, she is a legendary hero. Yes, she has ridiculous power. So that definitely helps. Power and speed are going to be your friend with her. I'm going to go over her artifacts and their masteries and everything like that, so you can kind of get an idea. But here, and I'm clicking on this friggin' video screen instead of the game screen. Okay, so this is what we got. I've got her with attack, crit rate, some speed, and flat out attack percentage. I've got her set up with a helmet, and this is all the really nice thing about this set. Well, I'll go over the set bonus here in a minute. So you got hit points, hit point percentage, attack percentage, crit damage, crit rate, both useful. We'll talk about her total stats here in a minute. Defense, crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, hit points. Got crit damage, gloves, because I was able to get her crit rate up enough without it, so she's got massive crit damage. Crit rate, defense, attack. 50% attack, 5% defense, hit points, speed, attack. Finally, I've got attack boots, not speed boots. Although there is at least a little bit of speed on here. She goes fast, but she doesn't always go first by any stretch. Matter of fact, not a lot of times, but I usually take her with another hero that can boost the speed. So attack, crit rate, attack, speed, and accuracy. And she's geared both kind of for farming, and she's kind of set up as an all-around useful hero. Her trinkets, she's got a ring with attack, defense, hit points. I just got this today, so I haven't even had a chance to level this up. So her stats, she might end up breaking 40k. But attack, defense, crit damage, accuracy. And then finally, banner is resistance, attack, defense, and hit points. Now she is an attack hero. Her skills are Cauterize, which you're almost never even going to need to use this one, but it attacks one enemy, puts a heal reduction buff for 2 turns. This one you might still use, especially in PvP. Attacks one enemy twice. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. That has saved me so many times in the arena. Energy Drain, so this is the big one. So she attacks all enemies, decreases their turn meter by 20%, and resets the cooldowns on each of this hero's champions, or this hero's champions. Each of this champion's skilled if any target is killed. Has an extra 15% chance of increasing inflicting a critical hit. So that means that against groups of targets, if she kills even one, all of her cooldowns are reset. So she can just spam energy drain over and over and over. And finally, she gets a flat out all battles 19% crit damage, crit rate. So, which translates back here, 53% crit rate above the 15. So that's going to be 68%. With her aura, she gets another 15 or 19%. What was it? 19%. So that is 68, 78, 87. And then there is from Other stuff between masteries and everything else, she is over 100% chance to crit. So the masteries that I have for her will show it in the tree. I have, and I don't even have the tier 6 yet. Deadly Precision, crit rate 5%. Increased damage to targets under a shield buff. Crit damage by 10%. Heals, blah, blah, not as important. Increases damage inflicted by 8% for the first hit on each enemy. Great in the arena. And even for farming. And increases damage inflicted by 6% when attacking targets with higher max hit points, which she doesn't have super high max hit points. And then over here I just have accuracy boosted. I have accuracy boosted for no skills on cooldown, which is kind of meh. And increases accuracy by 4 for each enemy alive, stacks up to 16. So she doesn't tend to miss, and she hits really hard. And her effective stats, so let's look at her total stats. So her total health, 26,000. Not great, but not bad at all. Her attack is huge. So 5,648 attack. She hits like a truck or a freight train. Decent defense considering she's an attack hero. Her speed is like meh. I mean, not there's definitely worse, but definitely a lot better. Crit rate, like I said, effectively for the abilities that matter is over 100%. Crit damage, 166% crit damage. Could be higher, but could be a lot worse too. Debuff resistance, 108, so that is actually pretty good. Debuff accuracy, 91%. So all in all, she is a really strong hero. She's probably going to get a little bit stronger once I level this up. I'm running 38% or 38,500 attack power or total power, and I've got 3 times the cool set on her. So it gives her 15% attack and ignores 5% of the enemy's defense. So she gets a total of 15% of the enemy's defense that she just flat out ignores. So she hits hard. So now let's go into battles. We'll go into campaign mode. We're on brutal here. We will go over to chapter 12, Brimstone Path. Go into battle number 3. Let's get some 3-star heroes. 3 3-star heroes. And we'll just use the in-game counter for the time. Start. Set up for auto. Eight seconds. And my best time is 8 seconds. I mean, I think there are a couple of heroes that you can do it in like 6 seconds, but a second or two you're talking about when you're factoring in loading and everything else. When I do multi-battles with this hero, or when I do just farming, where I'm sitting here every time it's over, spamming the next one, that kind of thing. It's basically like 6 battles to level up to 20, and like 13 battles or something like that, or 12 battles to go up to level 30. I mean, it's really fast. That's honestly how I'm able to level my heroes up so quickly, is just throw her in there. It actually hurts the time if you have a faster hero. Like when I was leveling up Apothecary, it actually hurts because he was faster. You make a bunch of silver in here and just fly through this. I mean, I can get 2 runs easily every minute. Sometimes maybe even a little bit faster. I might be able to get 3 runs in there. This is a total of probably like 20 seconds. Not even. So find yourself a hero, max it out, and this is just repeatable over and over and over. And especially right now with the legendary heroes boosted, maybe you get yourself an Eva. I don't know. But other heroes are going to be like this too. Supposedly, I think Relic Keeper is supposed to be decent. The one of the demon, the dogs, if you set them up right, is pretty decent. For like any hero that does a lot of AoE, you could probably make Nizana set up this way. You could maybe use Elhain or something like that. But you just got to set them up for lots of damage, lots of crit, and just make sure that they can one-shot everything going through, and then it's just flying through farming. So let me know what you use, what your times are. Be curious to see what else other people are using. I know there's lots of heroes you can use for farming, but what is successful for you? What works best? I also do the same kind of team for farming potions. So I'll go out to the dungeons, and like right now, farming Magic Keep, I have a bajillion Magic Keep. On these, I'll tend to go around level 60, right? Because right now they're super fast, but just whatever you can hit quickly. I'll do a strong team behind, but it's basically the same kind of thing. Like taking her in, she does a whole bunch of damage. The other heroes are there to support and back her up. Although some of them do some pretty good damage on their own. Okay, got a couple that were faster. Yeah. Right to the boss. Finish off these heroes. I can do this one in about 30 seconds. And that's without having heroes that specifically purge that shield, so it takes a little longer depending on who I bring. We'll take Tayroll sometimes. But even now, it'll probably be just under a minute to finish this boss off. Maybe two. Yeah, and once that shield is down, it's over. 45 seconds. And sometimes you just get a couple of cheap potions, sometimes you get big potions. So after like a couple hours of farming, I'll have a massive stockpile of potions. And it works out really well. I was just farming the Arcane Keep, it's kind of the same thing. Go up a little higher this time, this is the 120 level. But this is the team that I was using. Works out really well. Obviously farming things like the dragon, or the spider, or minotaur, or ice golem, those are going to require specific teams. But for farming this stuff, I pretty much use the same team for all the keeps. And it works real well for me. Get right to the boss. This one, I don't even remember what my best time is, but it's pretty decent. And I'm sure there's obviously going to be people that are way faster. They've been playing a lot longer at better stuff. Remember, I haven't even been playing a month at this point. So, doing pretty well. That's my Rothgard the Tower, or Roshgard the Tower, Roshard the Tower, whatever his name is. Giving me damage, block damage buff. A little over a minute on this one, but it's completely farmable. We're just having a little bit of problems closing the deal here. There we go. At like 25,000 damage right there. So, and you can see the difference in the damage that she's performing versus all the others. So, minute 18, best time was a minute 18. I've only farmed this a couple of times. That'll probably get faster. But yeah, so that's what I do. You get yourself a really strong hero, amp them up, focus everything into a combination of speed depending on the hero and what they need, crit chance, crit damage, and attack. Or whatever stat you're using. If for some reason you're using a hero that is a defensive hero, probably less likely, maybe a hit point hero, something like that, but whatever your damage stat is, boost that. Crit damage, crit rate, speed are going to be, and potentially accuracy are going to be the thing you want. The other thing that I do have is, because of my arena rank, I am at top tier. I'm in gold 4, so I'm getting 20% hit points, 20% attack, 20% defense. I also have in my Great Hall, I'm getting so here, like, okay, for attack, she is a spirit here. I'm getting 4% attack from her, 2% defense, 2% crit damage, 10 points of accuracy. So yeah, that's what I do. Maybe this helps. I mean, you're, like I said, you probably won't necessarily be making this exact hero combination, but that's generally what you want to do, is something along these lines. Get yourself built up, grind out your heroes, and level yourself up, level your stuff up. Go out, kick butt. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, hit the bell, all that YouTube stuff. We'll talk to you next time. Take care.